Good afternoon. Here is the national news from BGI TV, Baba Bagide Imo TV. I am Morire Rebila Lawal. First are the major headlines for the national news. Inflation. Governors to meet Buhari over economic woes, insecurity. Fulani group rejects Miyetti Allah's comment on Obi. Bandit cultist informant to face death penalty, Matawali. ASUU. Issue of IPPIS UTAS has been resolved. Lecturers give hope of ending strike. Gunmen invade Kogi market, kill one, abduct another. Police arrest 37-year-old kidnap kingpin, 7 other suspects in Oyo. Now the news in detail. Worried by the economic woes in the country, the 36 governors will on Wednesday, 17th August 2022, meet at the banquet hall of the presidential villa in Abuja to discuss the way forward. Abdûct Bello Barkindo, the Director of Media Public Affairs of Nigeria's Governors Forum Secretariat, in a statement on Tuesday declared that the state of the nation's economy will dominate conversations during the meeting. According to the statement, several governors reasoned that it is high time to tell each other the bare truth by confronting each other on the situation and brainstorming on it. Continuing, the statement noted that this formed the basis for resorting to an in-person meeting, which since the outbreak of the COVID-19 pandemic has been relegated by the state executives. The meeting, which according to the invitation issued by the Director General of the Nigerian Governors Forum, Mr. Ashishana Bayo or Kauru, will commence at 2 p.m. It begins with the launch of the Primary Health Care Leadership Challenge Fund, followed by the launch of the World Bank SFTAS Charter before the real conversation on the state of the economy begins. There will also be such regular updates as the KS program and the chairman's remarks. All governors are warmly welcome. And to the next story. A Fulani professional group coalition of Fulbe professionals in Africa Monday distanced itself from a statement credited to one Al-Adi Al-Hassan Sadi, said the National Secretary of the Miyetti Allah Kautal Ore, embarking on a campaign of calumny against the 2023 presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Peter Obi. The group described the move as politically sponsored. The organization called on Nigerians to disregard any statement from Miyetti Allah Kautal Ore, saying it did not speak for Fulani ethnic group or represented the Fulani in any way. Al-Hassan had, in an interview with a national newspaper, said the Fulani nation would not support the candidature of Obi, describing him not only as a tribal bigot, but also as someone who did not like enough, by the extension, the Fulani tribe. As far as Miyetti Allah is concerned, Obi is out of the options of persons to be voted for in the forthcoming elections. As far as we're concerned, we know those we cannot vote for. You see, the one that they are calling Obi or Obedient, any Fulani man who votes for him must be questioned because he may not be a true son of the sword. To some sort of insecurity rocking the nation still, Zamfara state government has signed into law a death penalty on anybody found guilty of banditry, cattle rustling, cultism, or reserving as a bandit's informant. This was announced by Governor Bello Matawali in a broadcast to the people of the state on Tuesday morning. Matawali said on the 28th of June this year, I sentenced the bill of provision on punishment for banditry, cattle rustling, cultism, kidnapping, and other incidental offenses 2002. The law provides a legal instrument for prosecuting banditry-related offenders. Based on the new law, anyone found guilty of banditry, kidnapping, cattle rustling, cultism, or serving as a bandit informant is subject to death penalty. Similarly, anyone found guilty of supporting in any manner the aforementioned offenses faces a sentence of life imprisonment, 20 years in jail, or 10 years in prison without the option of a fine. The governor stated that measures were part of his administration's unrelenting effort to tackle the problem of banditry that has plagued the state and the neighboring northwestern states for more than a decade. And to ASUU strike on a new tone. The Academic Staff Union of Universities, ASUU, has said that issues concerning the Integrated Payroll and Personal Information System, IPPIS, and the University Transparency and Accountability Solution (UTAS) have been resolved. This was one of the major issues that led to the lingering strike by the academic union. And as the government meets with the union today, Tuesday, ASUU President Professor Emmanuel Oshodeke said he hopes the lecturers will go back to their lectures room today. He further highlighted how the government has not done enough to end the ongoing strike during an interview with Channels Television on Monday evening. The issues of IPPIS and the UTAS has been put to rest. If the government agrees with us tomorrow, everything will be resolved, he said. The issues of IPPIS and UTAS have been put to rest as regard and agreed with the Chief of Staff. The UTAS will be implemented. Moving on to the next story from Kogi State. Gunmen Sunday reportedly invaded Orie Market in Agbedo, community of Igalamela, Odolu Council area of Kogi State, killing one person and abducting another. The kidnappers afterwards demanded 20 million naira. It was gathered that the gunmen in the large number stormed the market at 2 p.m., shooting sporadically to scare the people in the market. The development caused pandemonium in the market as one Johnson was hit by the bullet and died in the process. One other person was said to have been abducted and whisked to an unknown destination. Vanguard, however, gathered yesterday that the family members of the abducted person have been contacted and demanded a 20 million naira from them. It was reliably gathered that the incident was the third time in a row when gunmen would attack the markets and abduct people and later demand money. Investigation further revealed that the hoodlums were taking advantage of the thick Aquarium forest in the local government area, which shared boundaries with Enugu and Anambra State to perpetrate their evil act. Confirming the incident, Kogi State Police Public Relations Officer William Aya described it as a case of invasion, saying one Johnson's shop was attacked and the owner killed, while one other person, identified as Edwin, was abducted. In case you're just joining, you are watching the national news from BGI TV. And lastly, on this hour, a 37-year-old man who allegedly wrote a threat letter to a private university in Oyo Town to kidnap 3 of its students has been arrested by operatives of the Oyo State Police Command alongside 7 other armed robbery suspects who have been terrorizing Oyo Town and its environs. The command's public relations officer, SP Adewale Oshifeso, who disclosed this yesterday, explained that the suspect who wrote the letter to the university on Thursday threatened to kidnap 3 of its students if 10 million naira was not paid within a stipulated period. He said the suspect mode of operation was to run detailed background checks on unsuspected victims and then inform them through writing of his intentions to abduct the unsuspecting people or residents of the area. And according to him, on August 11 at about 800 hours, members of a notorious kidnapping syndicate sent a handwritten note to the management of a private university in Oyo Town. In the note, they threatened to abduct 3 of its students should the management fail to pay 10 million naira within stipulated period. That concludes the national news. Before we go, some major headlines. Inflation, governors to meet Buhari over economic woes, insecurity. Fulani group rejects military outlets comment on Obi. Bandits, cultists, informants to face death penalty, Matawali, Zamfara State Governor. And lastly, police arrest 37-year-old kingpin, 7 others suspect in Oyo. For more updates on YouTube, our channel and handle is Bababagede Imo TV. Kindly subscribe and click on the notification bell. Select option all to access all of our updates. On Facebook, Bagede Imo with Alawiye Adebayo. Please like and follow the page. On Instagram, Bagede Imo _22. For advert placements of your goods and services, coverage of events and function, please dial the phone number streaming on your screen for advert placements only. Thank you for watching. I am Morire Rebila Lawal. Good afternoon.